What up, family? Kendrick Lamar, the game. We all know that that record, They Not Like Us, is number one. Is really running right now. Might be your Kendrick biggest record. I know it's Mustard biggest record. His first number one. Now that was a good marketing strategy on Kendrick level because of the vibe, the beat was West Coast. So once the coast get behind it, it was gonna push over. You feel me? And that's what he aimed at, to get the coast behind him, and they gonna push from there. And it worked out for Kendrick. At the same time, we know we got OGs in the game, like the game, that kind of put the West on his back at the time that the game was coming into the rap surface. And I must say that it's easy to forget one's history in the streets or in the rap game or whatever the case might be. Especially in today's time with social media, there's so much go on, so much new material, so many new rappers, so much every day. Now, Kendrick did a big show with him and friends. Matter of fact, he did it out in Cali, and he performed the Not Like Us about 8 times. Dr. Dre, everybody, Master, was in the building. West Coast. We know the respect level that the game should have or have, but the game did not get invited to this, right? A lot of people was on Game Top like, man, what's up? Why Kendrick didn't invite you to this event? The game, mind you, got a relationship with Drake. Him and Drake is close. Game went on his live, and he was saying that, hey, him and Drake, cool. Him and Kendrick, straight. He ain't picking no sides on nothing. He not mad because Kendrick didn't call him to be on stage with him. He said he liked to see the West Coast, different dudes from different sides, come together and do it. It ain't no hate in his blood when it come to that situation with Kendrick. He said they was doing them, and he said he was doing him, and he said they was doing them out there doing what they doing. Ain't no hate in his blood, but he made it crystal clear that Drake, was his partner, and he not gonna choose sides with Kendrick against Drake just because Kendrick from the coast. Now, for Kendrick not to bring the game out or even call the game happen, you feel me? It's a slap in the face. I don't care what you say, because when it come to West Coast hip hop, before Kendrick Lamar came about, West Coast hip hop was dying. Game came back and held it down, and him and 50 beef was like a Pac and Biggie beef. And Game was holding it down for the West Coast, being from Compton also. You feel me? Kendrick, they from the same place. Kendrick, it got to be a problem. You feel me? Now for Game to respond saying what he's saying that out of not looking like a hater. Because if he say, hey man, I got a problem with that, it's gonna make the Game look weak. It's gonna make him look like a hater. So that was his only answer to say what he was saying. He wasn't tripping, but he made it crystal clear that Drake his people. Kendrick know Drake his people. Would Game would have won if he got the invite with Drake being his people? They finna do this record. They Not Like Us. They were doing the Crip blood walk and all that on stage. He brought a lot of gangsters up on it. Like it really went. The politics of LA is like no other. Even when it comes to the from the hip hop politics to the gangsters. That's why a lot of people know when it comes to LA, it's the check-in type of, that them dudes play on that type of time. You feel me? And when it comes to the game and the politics on the game, it's like people they know the game, but they don't respect the game like that on the coast. I don't see them just be talking about the game like they do every other artist or talking about the game, even when it comes to lyrically, game fire. You feel me? Like that documentary was one of them ones, a classic, fam. But it's like it just gets swept up under the rug. I don't know why. It's because of Game character. Or people just don't, you feel me, like him. But Game opened the doors for the West Coast. Kendrick Lamar know this. It's no reason that the Game shouldn't have been there other than Kendrick Lamar knowing that, hey, man, Drake your people. Because Game come back and made it crystal clear that, yeah, Drake his people. He not hiding that at all. He would look like a straight hater if he said that he mad because Kendrick didn't call him for him to be on the show to do it. It'll make him look bad. Gang was also saying that he's still getting money off his label from back then. He ain't hurting for nothing. He said just because an individual is not going to social media every time they wake up trying to show something don't mean that he ain't getting. He said his family took care of his mama. He take care of everybody. And I know that's a fact because Game, that documentary, and like he had 2 albums that go platinum, fam. So we know that he's still carrying weight. What is it with this West Coast though? What is it even with the Bloods? When you see them on No Jumper or different platforms, when they speak on the game, it's in a way that's not respectable as the game that we respect, being from the South. Because we looked at it with Game holding the throne. Ain't too many people that can survive 50 Cent beef. But Game did at the time to where it was hard to do. So I know the strength of Game, the street game that he have, the lyrics, the smartness. But is he really business savvy? Because at the end of the day, it seemed like that's what this hip hop game come down to. I know that's what it come down to is, can you be a 50 Cent? Can you get into other genres and other business to make it pop off? I don't think the Game too big of a businessman. I don't think he broke or nothing like what people saying because he don't show it, but I don't think he's just too big of a businessman. Kendrick Lamar, this was a slap in the face, fam. A lot of times your person ain't got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can get the message. I think the Game got the message. It's clear as day. Not only was the Game left off this situation, he was left off the halftime in the Super Bowl when Snoop, Dr. Dre, all of them was performing the West Coast, and a lot of people were saying then, well, where the Game at? But what the Game was, the Game too street for the streets or the hip hop? You feel me? Is that what it is? Because with everything I got to say that the Game have put down, it's like people don't respect it. That's why I say don't die out here or go to jail, trying to chase being a rap legend. Because once you gone, you really gone. Or once your career have surpassed you just another. I mean, people may still listen to your classics, but they don't care, fam. This just go to show you, people really don't care. You can fight to be this biggest rapper. You can fight to be this biggest gangster and trying to leave these legendary street stories on your name, but this is not like the old days to where people gonna carry it on. Even people that's getting left land and houses and things, like people selling it, like ain't nobody carrying no tradition on like grandma and grandpa them used to do. But I will keep y'all updated on situations, fam. But make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.